In the aftermath of a disaster, you may face a multitude of scenarios that require knowledge of first aid basics. This video will cover 6 first aid techniques that every prepper must master. But before we get started, consider helping out my YouTube channel by picking up a copy of the Ultimate Prepper Survival Handbook. It might save your life when chaos reigns and the world as we know it crumbles. Number 1. Wound care is the guardian against infection. Start by rinsing the wound with cool running water to remove debris. Use soap and a sterile cloth to cleanse the surrounding skin. Pat the area dry and apply antibiotic ointment. Cover the wound with a sterile bandage to protect it. Number 2. CPR. In the face of emergencies, CPR becomes a beacon of hope when life's rhythm falters. Start by checking for responsiveness, and if met with silence, then initiate chest compressions at a rate of 100 to 120 per minute. Allow the chest to fully rebound between compressions. After 30 compressions, provide 2 rescue breaths, ensuring the chest rises with each breath. Repeat this cycle until natural breathing resumes. Number 3. Burns. For minor burns, cool the affected area under cold running water for at least 10 minutes to alleviate pain and limit tissue damage. Avoid ice, use a clean non-stick bandage, and over-the-counter pain relievers for management. For severe burns, refrain from removing clothing stuck to the burn. Number 4. Fractures. In the event of a suspected fracture, immobilize the injured area to prevent further harm. Use a splint or improvised materials to support the affected limb. Apply ice packs wrapped in cloth to reduce swelling. Number 5. Sprains. All you need to remember is to follow the Rice method: rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Over-the-counter pain relievers can aid in managing discomfort. Number 6. Poison ivy. First, promptly wash the affected skin with soap and water to remove the urushiol, which is the plant's oil that causes the rash. Refrain from scratching, and use calamine lotion or hydrocortisone cream to alleviate itching. In the ominous realm of survival, where the line between life and death blurs, mastering the art of first aid is paramount. It's not merely a skill, it's the silent hero that can tip the scales in your favor when the world around you crumbles. Stay prepared, stay resilient, for the path forward may be fraught with dangers, and your mastery of these first aid skills is your assurance. Stay tuned for our next release discussing self-defense, the Guardian's Arsenal. See you in the next video.